If you're a middle-aged or older woman experiencing symptoms like sleeping problems, brain fog, and low mood associated with peri or even postmenopause, you are in the right place. This video is one of 3 in a playlist on the subject of Yoga Nidra for the menopause transition. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Stephanie Hahn, and I help busy people de-stress through easy and enjoyable practices like Yoga Nidra and art journaling. Yoga Nidra transformed my own menopause journey, and now I'm eager to share how it could help transform yours too. In this video, I share a nighttime Yoga Nidra session for the symptoms of perimenopause. It includes cooling breath work and imagery to help with hot flashes, and an affirmation about strength and resilience when facing change. Listen to this session either at bedtime to help you fall asleep, or in the middle of the night if you wake up and find that you're struggling to fall back to sleep. And if you haven't watched it already, you might want to watch the introduction video from this series first, using the link in the description below, and then come back and listen to this practice. It contains information that's helpful about what Yoga Nidra is and the benefits of the practice. If you've come across this video during the day, you'll want to go and listen to the 3rd video in this series instead. It's for daytime use. Let's jump into the nighttime practice now.
Finding your way now into whatever position you'd like for today's practice. I'll walk you through getting set up in the traditional Yoga Nidra position, Shavasana, but feel free to choose another position today, like seated in a lazy boy or an office chair, or lying on your side if that's more accessible or comfortable. Begin settling in, lying on your back, arms slightly away from the body, palms up if that's comfortable, or palms could be down, even resting on your belly. Do whatever will help you be super comfy and at ease, so that stillness throughout the practice will be inviting. Perhaps placing a bolster or pillow beneath your knees, having something soft beneath your head, maybe placing an eye pillow or scarf over your eyes to block out the light. Body temperature tends to drop during the practice, so you might want to cover yourself with a blanket. Remove eyeglasses, adjust clothing, scratch any itches, etc. Get your props positioned just right, shifting around looking for the just right position. And some things to keep in mind about practicing Yoga Nidra. There is no wrong way to do Yoga Nidra. The most challenging part can be not falling asleep, but even if you do slip into sleep, know that you will still receive many benefits. There may be times when you relax so deeply that you are no longer hearing my voice. And if that happens, go with it. That can be a sign that you have shifted into a very deep brainwave state. Know that there will be times in the session of total silence, one of which is a couple of minutes long. And keep in mind that all of the techniques I describe in this Yoga Nidra session are only suggestions. They are invitations. This is your practice, so feel free to ignore or adjust anything at all. Coming into stillness now. Stillness throughout the practice is the aim, but it's not always possible. So feel free to adjust your position at any point during the practice if something changes and you're not comfortable anymore, and then return to stillness once again as soon as you're able. Allow your eyes to close if that feels comfortable for you, or you can leave your eyes open with soft focus if that feels better. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel the whole body soften. Let the mind release any tension. And let's do that 2 more times. Complete inhale, And exhale, releasing all holding and stress. And one more deep inhale. And then release the breath along with any remaining tension. Notice the parts of your body that are touching the surface beneath you. All the points of contact between you and the floor or whatever you are lying or sitting on. Feel the subtle pull of gravity and the support of the earth. Notice how it feels to be held and supported. Notice how any clothing or blankets feel against your skin. How the air feels on any exposed skin. Notice any external sounds that you hear. Turning your attention inward now, notice any internal sounds that you hear. And shifting your attention to your breath now. Gathering up any thoughts that might be floating around and letting them go so that you can focus just on the natural breath. Simply watching the breath as it flows in and out. Not trying to change it in any way. Just observing the natural breath. Using the breath as a tool to help ground your awareness in the present moment. And now allow yourself to receive the intention of this practice as I repeat it 3 times. I am strong, resilient, and adapt to change with ease. I am strong, resilient, and adapt to change with ease. I am strong, resilient, and adapt to change with ease. Feel this intention being received at all levels of your body and being. Now we'll take our attention on a journey through 61 marma points in the body. As I mention each point, you might simply take your attention to that body part, or you might imagine each part softening as I mention it, releasing any tension or energy blockage there. We'll begin by bringing our attention to the point between the eyebrows, then the hollow of the throat, moving to the right shoulder joint, right elbow joint, right wrist, tip of the right thumb, tip of the right index finger, tip of the middle finger, tip of the ring finger, tip of the little finger, right wrist joint, right elbow joint, right shoulder joint. back to the hollow of the throat, over to the left shoulder joint now, left elbow joint, left wrist, tip of the left thumb, tip of the left index finger, tip of the middle finger, tip of the ring finger, tip of the little finger, left wrist joint, left elbow joint, left shoulder joint. Back to the hollow of the throat once again, moving down to heart center, right upper chest, back to heart center, left upper chest, heart center, solar plexus, lower belly, right hip joint, right knee joint, right ankle joint, tip of the right big toe, tip of the second toe, tip of the third toe, tip of the fourth toe, tip of the pinky toe, right ankle joint, right knee joint, right hip joint, lower belly, over to the left hip joint, left knee joint, left ankle joint, tip of the left big toe, tip of the second toe, tip of the third toe, tip of the fourth toe, tip of the pinky toe, left ankle joint, left knee joint, left hip joint, lower belly, solar plexus, heart center, hollow of the throat, ending back at the point between the eyebrows. Now we'll do some mental left nostril breathing. This type of breathing is linked with a calming, cooling effect. Simply focus your attention on the left nostril and envision the breath flowing in and out of just that side. In and out on the left only. Don't worry about what's happening in the right nostril, because we are doing this breath work mentally and not actually closing the right nostril with our hand. Breath will still flow on both sides, but we focus the attention on the left side. Imagining a slow and steady stream of breath flowing in and out on just the left side. Continuing this for a bit. However, at any time, know that you can return to a focus on the natural breath if you prefer. in and out through the left nostril. Cooling and calming the body. Now letting go of that and feeling breath coming in and out through both nostrils once again. Now imagine a feeling of heaviness in the body. Create the feeling of heaviness. The body feels heavier and heavier. Experience the body heavy like stone. Now release that feeling of heaviness and create the feeling of lightness. Imagine the body feels lighter and lighter, weightless. And the body feels light like a feather. And now release the feeling of lightness. Bring the body back to your usual weight now, feeling your body resting on the floor. I invite you now to imagine the following things in your mind's eye, just for a moment. A white rose. A white rose. A white horse galloping in a field. A white horse galloping in a field. Snow-capped mountains. Snow-capped mountains. A waterfall. A waterfall. Footprints in the sand at the beach. Footprints in the sand at the beach. Gentle waves lapping the shoreline. Gentle waves lapping the shoreline. A breeze blowing across the water and brushing against your skin. A breeze flowing across the water and brushing against your skin. A blue sky. a blue sky, birds flying overhead, birds flying overhead, a sunset over the ocean, a sunset over the ocean. A dark night sky, a dark night sky. A full moon, a full moon. Let those images go now and settle into the silence without focus on anything at all. Simply rest in this deep state where there is absolutely nothing to do. Empty of all thoughts and feelings, empty of all past and future. Simply resting deeply in the silence and stillness. Allow yourself now to drift off to sleep.